So I believe I was on Nick's stream when I had this battle. He was like, "Battle Hannah, she's got a good team." I was like, "Okay, I'll bring some good things and maybe it'll be alright." So I just tossed together like, Garchomp, Terrakion, and Diggersby and stuff like that. And then I see her team, and my heart sinks because she has Skarmbliss and Togekiss, what one might call the Skarmbliss kiss of death, which I don't want to play. I don't want to do that, but I have to. And not to mention, she also has a Garchomp, Greninja, and a Mawile, so we're in for some fun times. Alrighty, I'm gonna lead off with Ferrothorn, and it's a Greninja, which is fine because I know that thing can't do anything to me unless it's an HP Fire variety, and I don't think she would have one of those. So I'm gonna stay in, go for the Stealth Rock, get those set up, and then I could stay in here and go for some spikes, but I'm thinking maybe the Skarm's carrying Taunt, perhaps that's why she's bringing it in. So I'm gonna go to Togekiss to try and get the early jump on it with a flamethrower. Unfortunately, not going to be the case. She just whirlwinds me out, of course, not really wanting to deal with my Ferrothorn, and I get whirlwinded into Diggersby. Can't do anything to Skarmory, and I am actually not running band on this because I only have one choice band right now. I need to sort that out, and the choice band is on my Terrakion. So I gave that thing a Citrus Berry, which we'll see if that works later on. But for now, I U-turn straight into Togekiss. Works out not particularly well because I get Toxic, but I don't know. Togekiss doesn't seem like it's going to do a huge amount in this game. The best thing it can really do is take down Skarm, but it can't do anything to Skarm as long as Blissy's around. And I know that. I know that's the case. So, what I do is I make the switch into my Terrakion, knowing that she's not going to stay in to take a hit from Togekiss and is going to go straight into her Blissey. Which, ladies and gentlemen, is utterly perfect as I make the correct prediction. She's in a pretty bad situation. If I go for close combat, it will pretty much 2-hit KO the Skarmory because I'm banded, and the Blissey will die. So our only real switch in to take close combat is the Togekiss, which 4 times resists it. However, I'm not done predicting yet, ladies and gentlemen. Let's pull another one out the bag as I go for Stone Edge, utterly skewering the Togekiss as it comes in, which I think is pretty nice. So now comes Mawile. Don't want to stay in because that thing's going to mega right in my face and either Swords Dance or go for an Iron Head or something horrible, which I don't want to be a part of. So I'm going to go into Togekiss, pseudo Death Fodder, but also if it ends up Swords Dancing or subbing, then I can resist the Sucker Punch / be able to break the sub, and that's what I'm going to do. So unfortunately the sub is going to be raised here. I'm thinking that if it is a freaking multi-attack, if it's a Swords Dance sub, then it's not going to have enough kind of coverage to deal, but it could be just sub 3 attacks, which is most likely, and it's probably going to have the Iron Head, which will utterly demolish my Togekiss. And that is exactly what happens. I get smashed, but I do manage to take down the sub, which is kind of the reason I had Togekiss in there. Needed to make sure I had a free window to bring in something like my Garchomp. Now, the obvious thing to do here would, of course, be to Earthquake and destroy the Mawile. However, I'm no ordinary Garchomp, ladies and gentlemen. I am, in fact, a Mega. And let me tell you, my prediction game's just getting started. Obviously, Fire Blast isn't a huge prediction because it would have done a huge amount of Mawile anyway. But, Skarmory was obviously going to come in, and I roast it. I roast it on the spit so beautifully with Mega Garchomp with that Fire Blast, finish it off with a Stone Edge, and look at that, ladies and gentlemen, the Kiss and the Skarm are out of the way. The only thing I need to deal with in the trio of terror is now Blissey, and I can most certainly do that with my Terrakion, which is great. I've managed to break down the wall combo. I couldn't be happier, I tell you what. So go into Ferrothorn on the Greninja, definitely the best switching I have, and I'm going to take the Ice Beam pretty well. I think this thing is more specially defensively invested, and so that is going to be a nice amount of sponging going on, as well as the Greninja taking Life Orb Recoil, which I am definitely pleased about. So, I can make a couple of plays here. Either I set up Spikes predicting a switch, I could go for Power Whip trying to kill the Greninja, or I could make prediction number, 40 Zibillion, go into Diggersby predicting the switch to Mawile, because if she went into Mawile on my Ferrothorn, she could very easily get a free substitute up, which would allow her to probably kill something in the long run, and I'm not going to let that happen. I go straight into Diggersby, Diggersby to stop it, take the Sucker Punch, and I'm at a low amount of HP to where the Citrus Berry brings me back up, then hit it with the Earthquake and finish off the Morwell. And this, ladies and gentlemen, despite my fears at the beginning, is turning into a pretty delicious match. I'm not gonna lie, I'm tasting it. It's very aromatic, crispy duck is what it tastes like to me. So talking of ducks, like a fish out of water, in comes Greninja trying to splash me in the face. Fortunately, I have the quick attack, which I'm going to go to first to bring it right the way down. Unfortunately, it doesn't kill it, but I don't have the choice band, so that's not going to happen. Then going to Terrakion, which she probably stays in on, thinking, you know, she knows I'm banded, and why would I come in on a Greninja, because it's going to be faster. But ladies and gentlemen, this one has quick attack. So I'm going to go for the double quick attack, one from the Diggersby, one from Terrakion, and Greninja's out the way, out of the picture, which is pretty fantastic. So in comes her Garchomp, which is probably going to be Scarf. It's most likely, seeing as her Mega was more wild, that's not going to be the case with Garchomp. And it's going to have to lock itself into something. So I'm going to Ferrothorn just to see what that's going to be. Turns out to be Earthquake, and I have a few options here. My main one really being to sack Ferrothorn and bring in a thing that's faster, which I'm not sure if I have anything faster. But my best thing really is to bring in Mega Garchomp, because I'm at a good amount of health where I can easily take an Earthquake from this thing and force it out into the last, which is Blissey, and then I'll be able to like Outrage and that kind of thing. But goes for the Earthquake, finish off my Ferrothorn. I do manage to get off a bit of damage with Power Whip, which is great. It means that I can potentially come in and go for Earthquake to finish this thing off instead of locking myself in on Outrage. But I felt like Outrage was, you know, a more colourful option, and something that would be much more satisfying to hit the Blissey with. Look at that fat fuck! Get out! I don't want to see you anymore, you chubby, blubby bunny! Leave my house! I don't... Get out of here! I got the scythes! So in comes Garchomp. It's going to be faster than me, and it's going to Dragon Claw and kill me. But, you know, I had the satisfaction of killing the Blissey. So, that's exactly what I mean and say. Gets a crit. Not really sure if it mattered, but the key thing there was that she had the choice of locking herself into Earthquake or Dragon Claw. I still had Aegislash, so she was in a catch-22. She could either go for the Earthquake and risk not killing me, which she definitely wouldn't do unless she got a crit, which would then in turn allow her to defeat my Aegislash and Terrakion. But going for the Dragon Claw and guaranteeing the kill on Garchomp means that I can easily go into Aegislash, go for the King Shield to drop the attack a bit more, and finish her off very finely with a Shadow Ball, which is exactly what happens, and that is going to be la finale. The game is over. I think that we are done here, so I'm going to thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like down below, and I will be very happy to end it on my video. That will be great, and I will see you next time. Goodbye, au revoir!